Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the wonderful world of the English language grammar. Welcome to St. Petersburg, a magnificent city of beautiful monuments and museums, palaces and theaters, bridges and canals. A fabulous city with a great amount of mysteries and legends. And welcome to our Krasное Selo, a picturesque and peaceful suburb in the south of St. Petersburg. But the major landmark of the video lesson today is an English grammar aspect. What it's about? What's the theme of the lesson? Can you guess? I can give you a hint. Dear friends, please look at the following sentences and guess what they have in common. Right you are. Phrases go on, sit down, come down, look forward to, and so on are English phrasal verbs. And so the theme of the lesson today is English phrasal verbs. And what are the aims? Right you are. The aims are to learn new phrases, to learn new words, to learn new grammar aspects, and of course, to bring up the interest to the language. Let's begin. Go on. By the way, go on is an English phrasal verb too. As you can see, phrasal verbs are widely and commonly used everywhere, aren't they? They are very important in the language. As a matter of fact, English is an analytical language with a great amount of prepositions, particles and adverbs. That's why you have to make up and think out semantic combinations in your brain, and only then you're able to translate. Dear friends, let's watch and get the information on some grammar aspects. There are three main types of phrasal verb constructions, depending on whether the verb combines with a preposition, a particle, or both. Group number 1. Verb plus preposition, prepositional verbs. It is when the element is a preposition, it is the head of a full prepositional phrase, and the phrasal verb is thus prepositional. These phrasal verbs can also be thought of as transitive and non-separable. And now let's look at some examples. Group number 1, verb plus preposition, prepositional verbs. For example, who is looking after the kids? Who is looking after the kids? Where looking is a verb and after is a preposition. B. I ran into an old friend. I ran into an old friend, where ran is a verb and into is a preposition. It's group number 1. Group number 2, verb plus particle, particle verbs. It is when the element is a particle, it cannot be interpreted as a preposition. These verbs can be transitive or intransitive. If they're transitive, they are separable. For example, they brought their top twice. Up is a particle, not a preposition. You should think it over. Over is a particle, not a preposition. Why does he always dress down? Down is a particle, not a preposition. Group number 2, verb plus particle, particle verbs. For example, they brought their top twice. They brought their top twice. Where brought is a verb and of is a particle. B. You should think it over. You should think it over. Where should think or think is a verb and over is a particle. And group number 3, verb plus particle plus preposition. Particle prepositional verbs. Many phrasal verbs combine a particle and a preposition. Just as for prepositional verbs, particle prepositional verbs are not separable. For example, who can put up with that? Up is a particle and with is a preposition. She is looking forward to a rest. Forward is a particle and to is a preposition. They were really teeing off on me. Off is a particle and on is a preposition. We loaded up on snacks. Up is a particle and on is a preposition. And now practice. Let's fill in some prepositions to make the phrasal verbs. Let's do the following exercise. Dear 7th grade students, in your students' books, Spotlight 7, you can find a lot of information about phrasal verbs. For instance, page 9, exercise 4, where you can find the information about phrasal verbs run after, run into, run out of. Page 30, exercise 4, give away, give back, give up. Page 39, exercise 4, go off, go on, go with, and so on. Let's do exercise 4 at page 30 and later we'll check it up. By the way, check up is a phrasal verb too. English phrasal verbs. And now you have to ask for the next lesson. Take these phrasal verbs, translate them, and make up a short funny story using these verbs. In conclusion, I want to say that phrasal verbs are very important in the English language and they are in constant everyday use. And of course, these semantic units cannot be understood separately. They must be taken as a whole. And of course, you should learn their meanings and their translations by heart. Did you like the lesson today? Was it difficult for you? I hope it was very interesting and exciting. Don't be afraid of phrasal verbs. They are cool and gorgeous. Study English. Welcome to St. Petersburg and Krasное Selo. And remember, don't give up. Goodbye.